So in my last video, I was talking about how the French are hell bent on revolution and how it seemed to have coincided with Hanukkah. You know, the statement made by the yellow vest people um, to stockpile on supplies, gasoline, medical supplies, food, because of shutting everything down on December the 10th, the last day of Hanukkah, which I thought was very interesting. um, Now, Hanukkah is a celebration of victory over the by the Maccabees over the Greeks, and how the oil and the lamps miraculously, or the oil in the temple miraculously lasted longer than it would have without a miracle. But if you go to Haggai 2, as I do many times over again, yes, pardon me, this laptop is a little slow. Oh, that's right. I need to go ahead and share real quickly. All right. So, as I mentioned over and over again, Haggai 2, verse 18, consider now from this day and upward, from the 4 and 20th day of the ninth month. That would be the first day of Hanukkah. This year, it began in the evening of December the 2nd. The same day, this um, this thing went out. Let me see if I can find it on. Let's see here. You can refer to it. In fact, even Crazy Hal Turner has it on his website, if you can believe that. But it was a memo about everybody in France joined the revolution, and France collapsing in the revolution. Police asked for army deployments for riots. All right. As you can read here, if you speak French, there it is. It's all over social media everywhere. And translated is kind of goes like this. This is a message for the population. It is the calm before the storm. Make provisions, fuel, food, medicines. We are going to block everything. Starting from the 10th of December, we will only stop once we are asking is implemented. We have enough of being taken for fools. We want to live, not just to survive. Come with us on the 10th of December, last day of Hanukkah. No school, no government services open for business. We will block all entries and exits to airports, supermarkets, offices, etc. We are alerting the population. Come with us on the blockades or stay home. We Yellow Jackets are nonviolent, but we will not be satisfied with pretty words. We want action. All together, December the 10th. Okay, so, but before all this, well, by the way, um, I may have mentioned in the other video that Emmanuel Macron um, has partially conceded for a temporary halt on the new taxes, the new carbon taxes that these globalists thought that everyone would love. but it's backfired horrifically against the French government. But the French, they voted for this guy. They should have expected it. So, anyway, but I guess once once they start pumping the gasoline and start paying more for gas, then it starts to hurt. And it's like, oh well, it's no fun anymore. And I think it was every 3 to 6 months or whatever it was that they were going to jack the taxes up, the carbon taxes up even higher for I don't know how often they were going to continue to jack the taxes up, and they just I guess it was a straw that broke the camel's back or something. But anyway, so the French paramedics started joining the yellow vest protests. You see, um, this was posted 17 hours ago. Oh, and of course, they were due to meet President Emmanuel Macron on Tuesday. But what they've got from him was let them eat cake. 6 months moratorium on the taxes. Okay. And I'm going to hang on to this right here because there is something going on here that I hadn't seen before on Al Jazeera. Very interesting. But I wanted to go to this one, the French policeman. Take a look at this video. Even the French policeman. When did this happen? I don't see a date. The French policeman joined in the or showed solidarity with the public concerning the protests. Let's take it. Yeah. So it doesn't look like the policemen are going to be united against the Yellow Jackets, does it? Now, going back to this here situation in the UK. In historic first, UK government found in contempt of Parliament. Row and lower chamber House of Commons centered on publication of legal advice related to British Prime Minister's Brexit deal. UK government will publish in full legal advice it received regarding British Prime Minister Theresa May's widely criticized Brexit deal after it was found to be in contempt of Parliament for failing originally to do so. So apparently she was operating outside of the law in the Brexit deal, which, well, I don't really need to continue on this, but here's the point that I'm making. You see in all these European countries, division, discord, anger. And folks, it was that very kind of thing that, how do I put this, caused the Arab Spring to spread like wildfire back in, what was it, 2010, 2011? And just triggered this whole insane mess in the Middle East. Now, imagine this happening in Europe. And what was it caused by anyway? Social media. Social media caused all these revolutions, this mayhem and death in the Middle East. It was social media. Now imagine such a thing happening in Europe. Revolution. If this goes from one country to another, a full-blown revolution, it won't be like it was in the days of King Louis and Marie Antoinette. No, it won't be like that. They didn't have social media back then. The average folk, the peasants in Austria, Germany, England did not know what was going on in France. But now everybody, with the click of a button, with a tap of a screen, can join the party if they want to. See, and all this happening coinciding with Hanukkah, Haggai 2, verses 18 through 22. Amazing. Now, it could fizzle out, but the problem is, you saw what happened with the Arab Spring. It went from one person setting himself on fire to a full blown conflagration in the Middle East. Now, imagine how much worse it would be in Europe. Think about it, folks. Be watchful, prepare yourself. You never know what's going to happen next.